Lance Hall here for Let's Discuss with Lance Hall. Happy to welcome Emil, guitarist for Persuader, to the program today. How you doing?
Yeah, it's great here. It's a bit cold, but we're used to it, so no big problem.
Exactly. I'm in Vermont over here in the States, and it's chilly here as well today. So
Yeah, can imagine.
yeah. New album, Necromancy, coming out December 4th on Frontiers Records. This is your debut album with Frontiers. How'd you get hooked up with them?
Good question. It was a couple of years ago when we were kind of finishing up the songwriting. Our label from that we were on the Fiction Maze decided to kind of downsize everything just when we were kind of getting ready to get the new album rolling, which meant we kind of had to look for a new label. And we had maybe 2 or 3 alternatives that we were checking out, and in the end, the deal with the Frontiers seemed to be the right one for us. I think it's a pretty broad label nowadays, at least. They've kind of brought in a lot of different genres.
Yeah, fantastic label. They're always releasing, real quality music, of which this album is one. So, tell me a little bit about the title of the album and the cover art. I'm fascinated by both.
The title was, we were kind of thinking, what the fuck are we going to call the album? And we kind of decided that since it's been a pretty long time since the last album, we wanted to have some kind of reflection of we're back from the dead or something, in that kind of sense.
Yeah.
So we went with Necromancy, and the cover, what can I say? We kind of had a basic thing ourselves. Ephraim, who plays the drums, he's pretty good at drawing and coming up with basic ideas at least, and we gave that to Philippe, and I think he made something of his own from it.
Great.
In the end, anyway, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, great.
Some people complain that all his stuff looks the same, but I think it's a good artist, and it fits the title for the album pretty well. So
yeah, great image. I love it. You mentioned it had been a while. This, of course, follows up 2014's The Fiction Maze. What did you guys do in that 6 years between albums?
Drank beer, looked at cars, and basic stuff. No, everybody has their own. Families and shit, and we don't live as close nowadays that we used to, which, with the internet isn't too big of a problem, but it kind of drags along, time flies, and I don't have a good excuse, actually.
Hey, things happen the way they happen,
Yeah, sure.
Exactly. You also welcomed a new guitarist for this album, Frederick, from Nocturnal Rites. How did he come into the band?
Yeah, we've known each other even since the 90s. I guess, my brother was also a part of Nocturnal Rites back in, I think he left in 2007. So, we hanged around each other for a very long time, so it's not like we're bringing in a total unknown guy that we need to get to know, and does he write stuff that we like, and we know what he can do, and he's great at this more aggressive stuff as well. He has Guillotine, and he had a riff bank that was pretty vast, so we had a lot of his stuff to choose from when we started assembling the songs as well. So it's been he's a great fit. He's a bit old, but I mean, it's not his fault.
It just happened that way.
Yeah.
Did everyone contribute to the writing, with the music, or did just somebody do the music, other people do the lyrics, or does everyone contribute?
It's been a bit of both through the years. I think back in the day it was more Jens and Ephraim, and I contributed a bit less back then. And maybe around When Eden Burns, it was like equal things. Later on, it's been more me and Ephraim who's handled the music, and Jens and Ephraim has done all the vocal stuff for us, melodies and that kind of thing. And I'd say me and Frederick has teamed up a bit more for this one, and Ephraim has taken a bit of a back seat. I mean, he's still involved, but not as much as previous albums.
Yeah. You talk about how this is a new album, new chapter. You wanted to make a more aggressive sounding album. Was there something in the last 6 years that sort of took you in that direction? Were you influenced by some new music, or did you go back and revisit some old music, or was it just something you felt you had to get out, this new aggressiveness?
I mean, it's not new. It's always been there, but I think all of us are pretty influenced by the 90s scene here in Sweden with the death metal and black metal as well, and it's been a big part of our upbringing. The adolescence and that kind of thing. We went to a lot of death metal concerts here in our hometown, and it was a really cool thing. And I think it's been coming out in the songwriting a bit more and more through the years. I think if I compare to when I began in the early 2000s with Persuader, we maybe wanted to be more in the harder power metal genre, but I think as years have gone by, we've learned to incorporate the more aggressive stuff and still keep the melodies at the same time. If you understand what I mean.
Absolutely. Now you talk about like going back to growing up and going to the death metal shows. You and Jens went to school together, right? That's how you ended up getting in the band. He sort of knew you from school.
Yeah, it was. I think we kind of knew each other. We had some common friends and that kind of thing. And it was graduation, and he had brought together some band. And I don't know if the guitarist got sick or something, so kind of asked me last minute, if I remember correctly, to play some songs, some old Skid Row and Aces High from Maiden. And I guess after that they fired, or the old guitarist quit. I don't know exactly what happened, but they needed a new guy with Persuader as well, so I guess I proved myself on the graduation thing.
When did you start playing guitar? At what age?
Early 90s, I guess. Somewhere along that line. I think we got a guitar from mom and dad to share with. We're four brothers, so it was kind of a how do you say? It was hard to get some your own time, quality time with the guitar, with all the other guys wanting to play as well. So I think I got my own when I was in 4th grade or something.
Did you take lessons? Did you learn from your brothers, or self-taught, or?
I guess a bit of both. In the beginning, you kind of played alone, and then as Nils kind of got pretty good fast, so you could learn from him as well. And in high school, I took a few lessons from a local guy, but it wasn't really anything I didn't know to begin with, but pretty self-taught at least.
I want to get into a few of the songs on the album. I got to stream it to listen to it, and I made notes on a couple of tunes here I wanted to ask you about.
Yep.
7 tracks, 50 minutes, so you definitely pack a lot of punch in those tracks. You know, they're each 5-6 minutes long. Really good stuff. The opener, Curse Unbound. I love the way it opened the album. And I watched the lyric video for it, and I'm looking, and I noticed the date, September 30th, 2020, came up on a couple of different things on that lyric video. Is that specific to something, or is that just something that was on there?
I think it's just something that was on there. Did you say September?
Yeah, it was September 30th, 2020. It was on like a couple of the folders and stuff, and some of the paperwork in the beginning.
I would suppose it's kind of the date when they made the lyric video. It's not. It's not pointing fingers at anything.
Okay.
There's no conspiracy.
Okay. I'm just wondering if it was, there was some sort of message there behind that date.
Yeah.
Very cool song, very cool video. Can you tell us a little bit about the song?
It's been around for a while. I think I wrote most part of it many years ago when me and Jens kind of spoke to Tomen a bit about doing some Savage Circus again, but never happened. So the song was kind of laying around, and I thought it was pretty cool. So I decided to change it up a bit, and it became a Persuader song instead.
Cool. Track 3, and I'm trying to read my own writing here, is Raise the Dead, correct?
Yeah.
I loved the way it had like this super cool intro that led into what I sort of described as almost like a whirlpool of guitars, the way they just swirled around. Tell me a little bit about that one.
Yeah, that's Frederick's whirlpool. You hear is great with that aggressive chunking stuff.
Yeah.
I think the intro has also been floating around on my hard drive for a while, if I remember correctly. And I think I stole a bit from it too, from one of Yngwie Malmsteen's songs, just the part before the whirlpool. Other than that, I think most of it is Frederick's work. I think I changed out some of his, like the bridge, and I think that's one of the things that makes it pretty cool when you blend everyone's songwriting. And that song is, all songs are probably good examples of that. And I think Frederick had done most of the lyrics as well.
Excellent. Track 5, Hell's Command. I loved the structure of this song, the way it kind of flowed, the way it kind of changed a little bit, the lyrics, the story, and everything. Definitely going to go on my Halloween playlist. A little bit of background on Hell's Command.
Also, in the big part, Frederick's. I think on that one, me, Jens, and Frederick actually did the lyrics and recorded the vocals at the same time at Jens's place. It's the same there. Frederick brings in some riffs, and I just sit in my basement and piece everything together and try to get my own stuff in there, so I guess I was a part of it.
Now on Getaways, which is track 6, am I hearing keyboards in the beginning and on the outro of that? Or is that some sort of guitar?
I gotta rack my brain which one is Gateways. That's one of Ephraim's tunes, actually.
Okay, so it's Gateways, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's keyboards there.
Yeah. Who played the keyboards?
It was the computer.
Really?
He's a really good guy. He plays exactly what I tell him to do and never complains.
There you go. Then we get down to track 7, the Infernal Fires, which is the last song, longest song, 8 minutes and 35 seconds, epic tune. The acoustic intro was really, really nice, and the one lyric that really jumped out at me was all is for nothing, all is for everything. I guess it depends on your mood when you hear some of this stuff, you know, as to how it strikes you. But it really struck me, that line. I really liked it.
I can tell you it was just. I started writing that song. A pretty long time ago. It took a while to get everything together, and that exact part, I just wanted to record some guide vocals. I didn't have any lyrics, so I just sang what came on the top of my mind, and I guess I sang all this for nothing, and then I couldn't come up with what I was gonna sing, so I sang the same thing, but changed one word.
Yeah.
But, it turned out good, so we kept it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, you know, your subconscious, when you're just singing, you know, from the heart or wherever it's coming from, you know, you tap into it, you know.
Absolutely right.
Yeah. So going forward with Persuader, do we have any more videos coming out? What are the plans? Of course, you know, with everything, the world is sort of shut down right now. We're hoping it opens back up soon. What's happening with you guys now?
There might be a video. We've kind of recorded most of it for one of the songs, but we gotta talk it over a bit with Frontiers as well if they wanna release another video. But the album's coming out in roughly a week.
Right.
Hopefully we'll get some cool reviews. And if you've followed our Facebook page, you've seen that we've got a Spain-Portugal tour coming up next fall. It's pretty far in the future for good reasons.
Yeah. Right.
Let's see if we'll be able to do it.
Yeah.
But at least it's out there.
Right. Something to look forward to. Right now, the future's all we have, you know.
Yeah.
You know, as far as trying to plan anything, you just can't do anything right now, you know, as far as touring or anything like that.
So, we just gotta play it by ear.
Right. Once again, we're chatting with Emil, guitarist for Persuader. Their new album, Necromancy, is coming out December 4th on AFM Records. You can get it on all your outlets that you buy your music at. Check out the videos. They're excellent. We'll look forward to another one coming. I always like to end my interviews with sort of some silly questions. I'm hoping these are questions maybe you've never been asked. Sound good?
Yeah, sure. Shoot.
Favorite toy growing up as a child?
It's called Alfons Åberg in Sweden. It's like child's. It's from a children's book.
Okay.
The character. I had a little puffy replica.
What is a day off from music like for you? If you're not going to record, you're not going to play guitar, you're just going to take a day off from music. What do you do?
That would be a day at work.
Okay.
To be serious, we have a mobile home that we go to occasionally. That's really a day off.
Yeah. Late at night and you're hungry, what are you going to grab for a midnight snack?
OLW's Ranch Chips.
Okay. If you could pick a television show to have a Persuader song placed in, what show would you like to see it placed in?
Gotta be Simpsons.
Yeah, okay. Very cool. Let's see. Did I ask you this one? Given your choice of household chores, dishes, or the laundry?
Laundry.
Laundry? Okay. Favorite smell?
Smell?
Yeah.
OLW Ranch Chips.
Okay. All right, you know what? I'm going to stick with food for one more then. If you could go back in time and eat one of your mom's home-cooked meals from your childhood, what would you have her make?
I don't know if you got them in the U.S., but if you take a potato and you make very small pieces, you kind of, I don't know what it's called in English, you tear them up.
Okay.
And you make balls of them, and you boil them, and then you eat it with bacon on the side and some butter that you kind of put on top to melt.
Okay, sounds good.
It's called Palt.
Okay, sounds very cool. Last one. This is the one we have the most fun with. If you could, if they were to make a movie of your life, what actor would you have portray you in the movie? And it's your movie, your life. You can pick anybody.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. You know, I get that from a lot of artists. A lot of artists pick Johnny Depp.
I guess everyone wants to be in. Probably.
They all like, you know, the range he can bring to his characters and everything and all that. He's probably been the number one answer.
As well, so
right. Yeah, he wouldn't have to fake it, would he?
Exactly.
Excellent. Well, I know it's getting fairly late in the evening over there where you are, Emil, so I thank you very, very much for your time. Once again, we've been chatting with Emil, guitarist for Persuader. New album, Necromancy, coming out December 4th on Frontiers Records. 7 tracks, 50 minutes. I've heard it. It's awesome. Great job. Pass it on to the guys as well.
Absolutely, I will. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
You too, man. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.